Welcome to your new family welcome session. My name is Veronica Opani. I am the Primary Grades Family School Partnership Coordinator. Before we get started, I'm going to share with you guys some housekeeping items so that you guys can take this and put this in your toolbox for any future sessions that you or your student is in Jigsaw. So right next to your name, you'll see the settings icon. It's a little cog right here. If you see my pointer, I have this little red dot that is on the screen. The settings icon will pop out a box that has all different types of settings that you can utilize in the rooms when you do have functionalities, right? Sometimes the chat box isn't open, just like in this session, in future meetings or in classrooms. So sometimes you won't see some of these options, but when you do have the functionality to turn on your a microphone or to turn on your webcam, you will see these functionalities available to you. So you can utilize turning them on and off in this box or right next to your name. You'll see the microphone icon and the webcam icon. So in future sessions, when you do have the chat box available and open, you will notice that anytime that anyone enters anything in the chat box, it produces a dinging sound. So all you need to do is click on this notification if you want to turn it off. So you click on notifications and you can uncheck chat notifications so that it doesn't get distracting and when you're in future sessions. Again, there's something else here that you may want to use in future sessions is the step away icon. The step away icon is if you have to go to the bathroom or just it's a temporary icon for you stepping away if you got to go to the bathroom or your student has to go to the bathroom or get something to eat or drink when they find themselves in a session. You click on that. It lets the host and everybody else in the room know that you are currently not engaged. So when you come back and you're ready to engage, just click on the step away again and you will find yourself back in the room. Also, the refresh my connection. At any time you're in a session and it's frozen or you don't hear anything, make sure you refresh your connection. It could be that, Jigsaw just needs some time to get it together. So just refresh your connection, or you can click on or type on your keyboard, Control R. At any time that you have breakout rooms in a session, you can move yourself. There is a functionality that you can move yourself. The host will let you know if there's breakout rooms available. If there is breakout rooms available, you'll see this quick move icon right here, and then you can move into the desired room you would like to move into. We won't have breakout sessions in this session, but this is just some quick tips that you can take in any meeting that you are in or you find yourself in or your students find themselves in, and you have the chat box open or microphone, webcam, etc. And again, like I said, my name is Veronica Opani. I'm your primary family school partnership coordinator. And our team really, really likes to internalize, as well as our whole school, likes to internalize parent and family engagement because we understand it's an ongoing process. It increases activity with participation, with communication, collaboration with our parents, our school partners, our schools, our communities, etc. And then the whole goal is that we are educating the whole child. We are focusing on different components that comes with children, right, and with our students. So how we serve our families, and these are just a few things, but we provide parent and student programs, meetings, stuff like this, right? Trainings. We also provide parent and student volunteer opportunities. As the school year goes on, you'll see a ton of programs roll out that you and your student can take advantage and participate with. We provide parent and student leadership opportunities here at GCA. And again, as the school year goes on, you're going to see a ton of those opportunities roll out. So we hope that you and your student take advantage of them. And we also recognize here how valuable our parents are, our family members are, our learning coaches are. So we utilize them as equal partners, right? We communicate, we work with you guys as equal partners because our whole goal, again, is to educate the whole child. We also provide a school parent compact, which is just like an agreement what our school is going to do for our students and our family members, what our teachers are going to do, what our parents, our learning coaches, our family members should do to uh, utilize the agreement, as well as our students. We have so much expectation of our learning coaches and our students, and we do outline it in our school parent compact. We also have a family engagement policy. So if families at any time need to know what we're doing as far as family engagement, what meetings that we have coming up. We have it all outlined in our family engagement policy. And we're going to be rolling out those documents soon. So please look forward to that. And we definitely like for feedback on it. There will be a portion in the compacts and the parent and family engagement policy that you can provide feedback. So we definitely encourage you to look at it and really do appreciate your feedback. And we also provide resources and communications to all families, including English learner students and limited English proficient families. So here we provide resources, newsletters. You're going to see tons of newsletters roll out soon. We call our families. We give text messages. These are to make sure that you're connected with your community or your GCA community, and that we are, again, seeing you guys as valued partners. So our mission here at Georgia Cyber Academy is to provide and support our students in an interactive virtual learning environment. Here we individualize our students' education. We differentiate our students' education so that we are providing education student-centered. And so when we do that through K to 12, our vision here at Georgia Cyber Academy is to empower our students. And we want to empower our students through the collaboration of our families, our learning coaches, our family members that are in the home, our educators here at GCA, our staff, support staff, everyone, our stakeholders. We all want to empower our students so that they are reaching their full academic potential and they are emerging themselves in either a career or a college-ready path. Here is your administrative team for primary grades. Your principal is Mrs. Ingrid Bailey, and she has 4 assistant principals that are supporting her and your student and making sure that your experience here at GCA is a good experience at GCA. And again, educating the whole child. We have Mrs. Susan Rudd, who's our K-5 operations and assistant principal. We have Miss Tamisha Shelton. She's our discipline and attendance assistant principal. Mrs. Amanda Mills, who is our curriculum and instruction, and Dr. Heather Bishop, who is our instruction support service. All of their information is on our website. So if you want to go on our website to the faculty directory, and I'm going to go ahead and pull that up for you guys in case you want to go ahead and bookmark it. You can find any staff member, most of our staff members, because we do have some staff members that are new to GCA. So you can find most of our staff members on our faculty directory. Give me one quick second as I get that link for you guys. So again, at any time that you want to find your teachers or administrators, you can go to the faculty directory and just enter their name. Here's an overview of primary school. So we do start 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock is our morning meetings, which is in a brick and mortar, kind of like homeroom. We do have counseling program about 3 days out of the week. We're in homeroom where your student gets to fellowship and meet up with their counselor in homeroom time. We have consistent live classes. So live classes are every day, Monday through Friday, all 4 of your content areas. So we do teach live. You will have a live teacher. And we'll talk about the only times that you may not have a live teacher later on in the session. We have our tier 2 and 3 support services for our math and reading program here. We have electives Electives meet once a week, and you have 2 electives. All grade bands have a common lunch, so we all have lunch at 11:55 to 12:55. That is really beneficial for our families that have multiple kids at GCA. So we do have a common lunch at 11:55 to 12:55. A writing focus is ELA, science, and social studies, and we have streamlined platforms. So I will talk about later on how amazing it is to have a streamlined platform where you go to one place to get to all of your applications here at GCA. And then all of our students are required to be on camera during assessment. So MAP, you guys have probably completed your map assessment test with your testing, the new student testing team. So as you can see, when we do assessments, our students have to be on camera live, as well as interim assessments. Interim assessments is going to come actually in September, so look forward to that. So here's a sample. This is just a sample schedule of your kindergarten and first grade families. And it's more, just look at the periods because, again, you may have math at 11 o'clock or so on and so forth. So we do have 7 periods. We have guided reading, math, science, and social studies for my kindergarten and first graders are in one class. And we have reading, phonics. We do have the common lunch that, like you said, we do have an independent assignment period or an elective. So depending on your schedule, that will be what you do. You'll follow your schedule from Infinite Campus or in your Canvas calendar or your Canvas dashboard. We have ELA writing and, again, another independent assignment or electives block. You have 7 periods. This is our second grade schedule. Again, it's a sample schedule. Things may be changed up. You may not have guided reading first period. You may have a second period. So we do have 7 periods for our second graders. The difference between second grade and kindergarten first is that science and social studies are 2 different classes. And my kindergarten and first graders, you have 1 teacher. For my second graders, you have 2 teachers. So that's cool. So for second grade, you have, again, science and social studies is split up. You have guided reading, you got math, you have a common lunch, 11:55, and then you have ELA writing and your 2 blocks of possible electives or independent assignment. The independent assignment, if you don't have electives, it just means that you can work on work outside of being in class. That's the period that you may not have a scheduled class to go to. So this is your counseling team, your primary grades counselors. We have Miss Tamika, who is the kindergarten through 5th grade counseling lead, but she also concentrates on kindergarten. We have Miss Beth, who is our first grade counselor, and Miss Tammy, who is our second grade counselor. And you should be hearing from them and seeing them in homeroom when you have counseling time. But their whole initiative and their focus is to support students in areas of academics, social, emotional, and career education. Their goal, again, everyone's goal here is to empower. We want to empower our students with confidence and self-awareness, creating good relationships with themselves, with other people, with adults, with their families, and have social skills to be successful in any walks of life, wherever they want to go. So they do have initiatives that will be rolling out in the school year. So I hope that you and your student will take advantage of participating in their initiatives. So for my learning coaches, learning coaches here at GCA is just the designated adult that's going to be responsible for monitoring, supervising, motivating their students here at GCA. You have a big role. You do, especially my primary, you have a big role. We know that our babies are still, fidgety and everything like that. So you have a big role of encouraging them, motivating them to get to class, stay in class, be engaged. So other things that you have responsibilities of, and this is just for the role of a learning coach, is making sure you enter their attendance daily. Yes, later on, I'll share with you that them going to live classes, you don't have to worry about entering their attendance in a live class, because that translates to your Nucleus app, which is your attendance app. So if they're in attendance in live class, logged in for the whole time, Nucleus will log that in for you. The responsibility that you have is all the additional work, assignments that they're doing outside of class, and etc. Any supplemental assignments or work that you have them do, you can enter it in your Nucleus app. So you're responsible for entering daily attendance, reading all your emails, check your emails at least once a day. We're always going to be communicating with you. Answer all communications that apply. Complete all paperwork that is required and surveys. We really, really love getting your opinions, your feedback on certain things. So we will be sending out surveys so that we are getting your feedback. That is that whole valuing your partnership. So you also need to keep your students' information up to date, monitor your students' assignments, make sure they are on target, as far as completing their assignments. And also reaching out to your teachers if your students need support. If your students is taking a little bit of longer time on the assignments, reach out to your teachers. But that is your role, just making sure that they are completing everything on time. Ensure that your student attends all required live classes. So my kindergarten, first grade, second grade families, we know our babies are still just waiting for direction. So make sure that you get them to class, right? You're the school bus. Make sure that they are logged in. Make sure they're logged into every class and stay and be engaged in all of the classes. So that may mean that if you do have a home office, they may be sitting right next to you, just to make sure that you are monitoring them and making sure that they're going to class. Also monitor them when they are doing their assessments. I don't think we need to worry about that with our kindergarten and second grade, or kindergarten through second grade families, that they will be going on different sites to look up answers. But in case they try to, monitor that, make sure that they're not doing that. And the why behind that, obviously, you guys know, we want to make sure that they truly understand the concept. And if they don't, we want to provide them with the help that they need. We want to provide them with the extra resources, maybe put them in a specialized class for additional support. So make sure we're not supporting our students and giving them the answers, right? Because we want to make sure what they truly know. We want to know what they truly know. And that even goes to say for assessments, or I know my kindergarten and my first grade and even my second grade, they may have a hard time reading questions or understanding the question. Please don't help them, because again, we need to know what they know, right? There is a component in the assessments where it reads to them. So you don't have to worry about reading the questions and the answers. So again, let them take these assessments. These assessments are for them, for us to know what they know, right? And to provide them with the support, or get them to an accelerated program where they are doing phenomenally somewhere else in another, in another curriculum. Communicate with your teachers, your FELs, your family engagement liaison, your counselors, your support staff. Communicate with them if you need help or you find your student is needing help. We want to make sure that your student gets the help that they need, and we want to make sure that you get the help that you need as well. Student expectations, of course, we want to make sure that they're in a distraction-free learning environment, because we understand it's tough to be doing school at home when you have all your toys and your TVs on. So just make sure that they're in a distraction-free learning environment, and treating themselves with respect and others with respect, obviously being fair and courteous. There are opportunities where teachers allow the chat box to be open for them to fellowship with each other. So just making sure that you also, as a parent, are monitoring other students, as well as your own students when that happens. The teachers will obviously be monitoring the chat, but we want to make sure that our students know to come to class, to be respectful to others, and so on. Okay, and also respecting our school properties. That means as simple as cleaning your laptops and making sure your GCA issued laptops, making sure that they're not spilling anything on it, just respecting the school properties. Engage and participate in live classes. We want your student to have fun in class. We want them to engage in class. So your teachers are going to be doing some cool, cute things in class, and we want your student to have an opportunity to engage. So encourage your student to engage. Understand and utilize the school procedures. Attend classes as required. Complete and turn in assignments on time. We want to make sure our students are doing that. We notice that sometimes when our students do not complete and turn in their assignments, they feel defeated. We don't want our students to be defeated. So encourage them to be on it, empower them to be on, and responsible. I know our K-2s, our K through 2 babies are still, trying to gain their own voice and trying to get that independence. So encourage that independence on them. And you can simply get a noteboard or a whiteboard and write when the assignments are due. Have them check it off on their noteboard if you have that, or planner, or just a sheet of paper. You don't have to go big, but just encouraging them, empowering them. That checklist also, I think for me, it's still for me as an adult, a checklist makes me feel accomplished and makes me feel empowered. So incorporate that as well. And obviously participate in assessments that are mandated, and ask questions. Encourage your students to ask questions. If they ask you, Mommy, I didn't hear what she said, just let them know, okay, well, let's type that in the chat box, right? So encourage them to ask questions, be inquisitive in class. Asynchronous day. So I mentioned that students will be in live instruction Monday through Friday. The only times that they may not is if we have the whole school has a professional development. So that means that teachers will the teachers will record their content, the class for the day, and then send it to the students, or have the students look it up in their Jigsaw classes. That's where they will go to see all of their classes in their Jigsaw sessions, and then they will listen to the recording for the day. So asynchronous days just mean a day where the teacher will record their sessions opposed to having it live. Also, another opportunity where the students may not have live instruction is when a teacher has an emergency. So anytime that happens, we will give advance notice for both asynchronous days and any emergencies. Especially for emergencies, it's kind of hard to give like 24-hour notice, but we will give you an advance notification. But again, have grace with emergencies, right? So what do you do on asynchronous day? You still go to school, right? The classes are going to be recorded. You are going to have to look at the recording, meaning students are going to have to look at the recording by the end of the day and complete any assignments or tasks that are assigned for that day. So how do you function your day on asynchronous day? Treat it just like your schedule, right? So if your schedule says you have math at 9 to 9:20, and that's not a real schedule, but 9 to 9:20, then view the recording at that time. View that math recording at that time. Just make it just like your schedule. And that way you're staying on track. That way you are ending school the same time you would end school if you had a live instruction. Obviously, you can fluctuate if you need to fluctuate your day in regards to asynchronous day and reviewing recordings at certain times. The recordings are available throughout the whole day, so they don't shut off at a certain time. All classes, matter of fact, are recorded, so you can go back and view all classes. But for asynchronous day, the recordings are available all day, but I encourage families just to follow their schedule so that they can finish their day a little bit even quicker than they would if they had live instruction. So to access it, you'll go into your Jigsaw sessions, and I'm going to show you where to go to access your recording in a later slide. Obviously, attendance, how is attendance taken on asynchronous day? When you watch the recording, your attendance is logged in to Nucleus. So your attendance will be logged into Nucleus once you watch your recording on the specific days. Attendance. Attendance is big here at GCA because it's a big thing, right? It's required by the state, it's required by federal for students to be going to school. So you will be entering your attendance through a program called Nucleus. Please set up your Nucleus account today. If you don't know what Nucleus means, guess what? We have a Nucleus live help session. An attendance specialist will be in this session to share with you what Nucleus is and how to get it set up. So it is actually at 10 o'clock. I'm going to share with you guys the schedule after the slide. But Nucleus is the program where we're using to put all of our attendance, right? That's where you will enter your students' supplemental attendance. That's where your students' attendance from Jigsaw or from their class is going to go in here. That's where you will put, if your student has an excused absence and you have a doctor's note, that's where you will load up your doctor's note. Again, all your students in class live for its entirety, it will log it in to Nucleus. Jigsaw will log it into Nucleus for you. So the only thing you're logging is the additional work, the assignments that they're doing outside of class, right? The supplemental work that they're doing outside of class. So if you have any questions, you reach out to your attendance specialist. Your attendance specialist will be sending out welcome emails shortly. But guess what? You guys can go ahead and see an attendance specialist and get everything about attendance, understand what attendance is. Let me go ahead and click to the screen at this Nucleus Live Help, which is at 10 o'clock. So I'm going to try to get you guys out of here so y'all can go right into this meeting if you have the chance to go into this meeting at 10 o'clock. They also have it at 4. So if you can't make the 10 o'clock, you can make the 4 o'clock or try to make the 4 o'clock. I'm going to give you the link to the calendar, the parent calendar. You'll see a ton of opportunities to go. So Nucleus is held Monday through Friday, twice a day, Monday through Friday, twice a day. So don't ever feel that you can't get your attendance question answered. Go to this Nucleus. I put the link in the chat box. It's the link to the parent calendar. The parent calendar is something that you probably need to bookmark because it is the calendar where you can find help sessions, where you can find future parent meetings, future trainings. The parent calendar is where you can get help. So go to the parent calendar when in doubt, when you're looking for opportunities for help sessions and such. All right, I'm going to do a little engagement here. So how many of you all have completed your map as of today? Your students have completed all your map. So go on the left-hand side of your screen. You'll see a smiley face. Give me an emoji. Choose whatever you want to choose. On the left-hand side of your screen, right underneath my video, you'll see an emoji. How many have you guys completed maps? I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it. Now, okay, if you guys can hear that dinging sound on your end, you know you can turn that off through your settings, right? So if you think that it's kind of distracting, okay, we got a good group. Congratulations for completing your map. So all of my families that have completed their map already today, there is another opportunity for those who have still not to complete. Who still haven't completed at 3:30. But all of my families that have completed, you most likely will have a schedule on Monday. You will most likely have a schedule on Monday. It's going to load for you. So congratulations. You're going to get ready to go to class come Monday. But if you don't see that you have a schedule and you've completed your map today and you don't see you have a schedule on Monday, please don't panic. Don't panic. Just let your attendance specialist know. Come to an attendance Nucleus session or reach out to your attendance specialist if you know who that is. But when in doubt, just go to the parent calendar and go to those Nucleus help sessions and ask them, hey, how do I enter my attendance for the day? Because you don't have a schedule, so you need to know how to enter your attendance for the day. But if you have completed map and you have a schedule, welcome to the first day of school on the I think it's the 30th. And again, this is a sample schedule, but you will start early in the morning in homeroom and you'll run through your periods with a common lunch. So my students, just follow your schedule on your Canvas calendar, which means learning coaches follow their schedule on their calendar, right? And then my learning coaches, make sure you're checking your students' Canvas inboxes. You will be receiving communication. I'm going to share with you guys later on in this session what communication will be coming out as of today. I'm going to send it today about just getting caught up. You weren't here with GCA. You just started. So there is a catch-up opportunity so your student can feel empowered, right? They don't feel like they don't know the information that they're currently given. You will have an opportunity, your students will have an opportunity to get caught up. So check your students' check your students' Canvas messages, check your own personal emails just to make sure that you're not missing any communications. Go through your junk and your spam, obviously, and get familiar with the Canvas parent portal. Go in there, check it out, view everything, click on things, because that is going to get you familiar with our programs here at GCA. And then, of course, you make sure you enter your students' attendance. When in doubt, go to that Nucleus Live help session, visit that parent calendar. Please bookmark that calendar already. Visit that calendar, go to a Nucleus help session so you know how to enter your students' attendance correctly. Our attendance team is going to share with you in that session how to do it. But if you don't do it correctly, they'll let you know. So that's the beautiful thing about here at GCA. If you're not doing something right, we'll let you know and we'll get you where you need to go. So for my second grader, so this was for my K-1. Obviously, remember, science and social studies for K-1 is one class. For K-2, the difference is you got two classes. But again, if you've completed MAP and you're a second grader, follow your schedule if you have a schedule in your Canvas. And then parents, check emails. Parents, check your personal emails and your junk folders. Go play around in Canvas while your students are in class, because you have your own Canvas portal while your students are in class if you have the free time. And then make sure you enter your students' attendance. So my families, I see Miss Tiffany. I don't know if you didn't hear me. I see a few people who have yet to complete MAP. Please complete it. You got a session at 3:30. If you have any questions about MAP, you don't know what's going on, I'm putting my email address in the chat box. Please email me. You have any questions, and I can forward you to our new student testing team to get you situated, right? So if you haven't completed MAP, complete MAP, please, because you won't have a schedule until you complete MAP. We need that information so that we can place you in the right classes. So check, parents, you check your Canvas inboxes. Make sure you check your emails, your personal emails, because those testing administrators are sending you emails. Come. You'll see it in your Jigsaw as well. They're going to give you instructions on how to take your MAP test. So again, please get your students in MAP. So if you are the first week of school and you've yet to complete MAP on the first week of school, that's school right there, completing MAP. And then learning coaches, go to, again, ones that have not completed MAP by the first week of school. Please go, during the first week of school, during the first week of school, please go to Nucleus Lab Help so that they can share with you on how to enter your attendance on that day. So parents, you guys are not worrying about entering attendance this week because you're not started this week, right? Regardless if you finish MAP or you're still waiting to take MAP. Attendance does not matter this week. Attendance matters Monday. So if you haven't completed MAP by Monday, or you're still waiting to complete MAP by Monday, you need to go to Nucleus Lab Help so that you can understand how to enter your attendance. So again, you don't have to worry about entering attendance this week because you've not started school. We're just MAP testing you to get ready for you to start school. Next week, that's when it makes a difference. You have to enter your attendance next week. And go into Nucleus Lab Help. We'll get you set up for your Nucleus account. So I was talking earlier about recover, relearn, catching up. So we have a program called Recover, Relearn for our families that have started after August 2nd, right? So that's you guys. You've started after August 2nd. So we do have a Recover, Relearn program. It's called the Champ Checkpoints. And it's a module. You'll find that module in your Canvas course. In all of your content courses, you'll find the Recover, Relearn Champ Checkpoint. What is it? So it is information and resources for your students to have everything that they need already covered prior to them starting. So this basically what we've gone over with the students that started on the second, and they have condensed it. They've condensed it enough so that your students get just the essentials that they need to go on and continue on their current stuff. Again, why do you do it? So this is to make sure that your students are prepared and they're equipped to continue with the most current assignments they have in class. Where do you go to find it? It's going to be in your module, in your content course, in the module tab, and it's the first module labeled Champ Checkpoints. When does it need to be completed? Students will have it available all through semester one, so until December. And then you have the opportunity to work on your Champ Checkpoints. Please do not panic. I am sending out a SMORE, which is a newsletter, today that is going to have a detailed video on what you need to do and everything that the Champ Checkpoints means to you. I just wanted to present it in this slide so that you guys are not like, what is she talking about when I send the newsletter? It's going to have everything that you need to know, how to do it, a tutorial video, so you will not be lost. And you can keep that tutorial video with you if you need to go back and reference it. Your teachers also will be giving out information. So as you are starting class, you're going and you're doing current work, your teachers are going to be encouraging you to go back and do the Recover, Relearn module so that your students feel equipped and feel prepared for the current stuff that they're doing, right? For my students with IEPs that are in the special education program, we will be having an intake meeting with you with the proper documentations if it's available. We will be requesting, if you did not submit your IEP in enrollment, we will be requesting those documents from your previous school. But if you do have those documents and you did not submit it, please go ahead, and I'm going to put the email address in the chat box. Please go ahead and submit it to the enrollment department so they can get it processed in your student's file. The reason that being, we want to make sure we have the proper documentation. So we're looking over those documentations and we're providing the services that your students need. So once we have those proper documentations, they will invite you and your student to IEP intake meeting, most likely you, because your students, are just going to sit there and listen. But if your students aren't available to be in that session, it's okay. We just need our legal guardians and our learning coaches in that session. You will need to attend, obviously, because they're going to be reviewing your students' IEP and the accommodations and the courses, and your students' schedule may change based on your IEP in the intake meeting. So please look forward to those emails, those intake meetings, if you have a student that is in the special education program. If you have a student that's in the gifted program, please, again, and you didn't send those documents, please send it to enrollment at Georgia Cyber. It's in the email address so that we can process them into your student's account and we can get them where they need to go. We are here for you. Again, you have a ton of support. You have a ton of resources, but who do you go to when you have just questions, general questions, non-academic questions? You need support on navigating. You need support on getting your systems and your account set up. You go to your family engagement liaison. Actually, when in doubt, start with them and they can get you where you need to go, right? So they answer general questions. They are the people that you can go to for personal updates. So if you have address changes or anything that happens in your household that you think the school needs to be aware of, go to your family engagement liaison and they will be the ones to update the school and support you where you need support. You can go to your homeroom teacher. So my kindergarten, first graders, also, my second graders, your homeroom teacher may be your content teacher. So you can go to your homeroom teacher just for grade level information, understanding resources, right? You're going to be doing conferences with your homeroom teachers, instructional learning plans where they're asking you, okay, what are your expectations of your students? And here are my expectations of your students. And what are your expectations of me? And here's my expectations of you. So they will have those type of meetings with you. And your content teacher will be responsible for, obviously, your content, like your math, your ELAs. They will be responsible for live classes, like if schedules change, if schedules change, if classes get canceled on because of an emergency or anything like that, they're the ones that you'll go to for those type of questions. Obviously, they're going to give you content resources, and they're the keeper of your grades. Best practices. So here at GCA, we prefer email because we're able to research, get you the answers that you need. Whereas if you call, you may call someone that they may not know the answer, so it may take a delay in getting you your answers. However, we understand that talking to someone live is important, but do remember that your teachers are in class until 3:30 each day. So if you try to call your teacher, they probably won't pick up if it's before 3:30. So just leave a message on anyone's line. If you are trying to reach somebody and you don't get them live, please leave a message with details, and they will get back to you as soon as possible. We like to get our families and our students connected, and the ways that we do that is by student clubs, which will be rolling out soon. And student clubs is just an opportunity for our primary grade students to get to know each other, fellowship each other with each other in teacher facilitated clubs or staff facilitated clubs. We have community events. And our community events, we do have some in-person events as well as virtual events, but our in-person events, due to COVID and the CDC guidelines, we are having the numbers very restricted. So if you try to sign up and it says it's full, we apologize. So just go ahead, Mrs. Tonette Price, she does a really phenomenal job with putting the events in advance. Sometimes she doesn't do it too much in advance because she recognizes that it can get full before she even expected it to get full. So just go ahead and watch the calendar. I'm going to put the events calendar in the chat box, but there are opportunities. If you can't go in person, you can do some virtual opportunities. She has a ton of cool opportunities, virtual and in person, that you and your student will enjoy throughout the school year. I'm going to go ahead and get that link and pop it in the chat box. All these links and all these emails, please write them down or save them, bookmark them, because they will come in handy if you need them one day. So for our parents and our learning coaches, we try to get you connected through our newsletters. I'm going to be sending out tons of newsletters to give you information and resources, so look forward to that. We will be doing meetings, workshops here at GCA just to get you, our families, connected and equipped to help their student at GCA. We have parent leadership opportunities that will be rolling out soon. Our parent advisory council, is a member or a body of 27 members that advise the school, give positive feedback, constructive feedback. It is application based, and the criteria, you at least have to be with GCA 1 year in. But I am looking to change that. I actually am the facilitator at the Parent Advisory Council. I'm looking to change that because I do think that it's important that our support staff and our district administrators get the perspective of a brand new family coming here at GCA. So I may be changing that soon. So more information about Parent Advisory Council will be rolling out shortly. We do have a parent teacher student organization, PTSO, something similar to PTA here at GCA. They are our fundraising organization. They support the school and your students. They fundraise through Spirit Gear. So they have a Spirit store where you can get mouse pads, jackets, sweaters, all types of fun things for you and your student to flaunt in honor of your school. So I'm going to put their their website in the chat box. Let me get a second. So please go and check them out. They will be having a membership drive coming soon. We'd like for all of our parents to be members of the GCA PTSO, because that membership monies goes to Student initiatives. Oh, thank you, Sonia, for putting that in the chat box for me. So yes, GCA, PTSO, we do have a great group of families that support the school. They also have a closed Facebook group where you can, if you're on Facebook, where you can join and fellowship with other learning coaches. The closed group only meaning that only GCA families are allowed to be in that group, just to protect, our students and our school culture. So we do have a closed Facebook group through the PTSO that you may be interested. It is divided into regions and by schools. So you may be interested in looking into that. So again, visit the website. All of the information that I am discussing is on the website, their website. So I'm going to just go over some quick tips of Canvas. You guys have probably been swamped with Canvas, Clever, and Infinite Campus tutorials, but I'm just going to give you some quick tips on how you can get through the first day of school, right? Or the first week of school. First thing first, where I was talking about the streamlined platforms, this is it, Clever. Clever is where you can go to all of your GCA programs. So you'll go to Clever, and I'm going to put, give me a second. I'm going to put where on the website you can get anything about Canvas. So also you can refer back to your Strong Start course where it has Canvas information. But here is where you can go to do anything Canvas. And again, everything that I'm putting in this the chat box, you may want to bookmark because it will come in handy. So Clever. Okay, and I'm going to do Clever as well. Give me one quick second. Clever is where you're going to go to every day, every morning. Just log into Clever. Make it a habit. Log into Clever. Outside of checking your emails and so on, log into Clever. So this link for Clever that I'm putting in the chat box is going to get you to the Clever homepage. You may not be able to do anything Clever at this time because school has yet to start for you. So initializing on the back end it hasn't turned on for you. So if you bookmark how to log into Clever, just know Monday it will work. If it's not working today, Monday it will work. So you'll log into Clever. And once you log into Clever, just go to log in with Google. You should be already set up with your Google account, meaning your student's Google account. Parents, you do not have a Clever account. Only your students have a Clever account. So if you're trying to log in into your using your login information, it's not going to work. So you'll have to use your students. So you'll log in with your students GCA or GCA G Suite or Google email address. You'll click on Google, and the first thing you'll see is up at the top, your teachers will probably have little cards up there introducing themselves. You can click on it and it takes you right to a page where it's introducing your teachers. But below that is the district resources, which is Canvas. So you'll log into Clever every morning, go log in with your Google account, your student's Google account, go to Canvas. As you can see, you'll see that Infinite Campus is in here for your student. All the little applications that your teachers are going to be using or instructing your students to go and do assignments and so on is in Clever. So that's why I said Clever is your streamlined platform where you can go and get all of GCA in Clever. So you'll click on Canvas. And the first thing that pops up is your dashboard. You'll see cards on your dashboard, your course cards. So your course cards will take you right to your course. But you will log into Canvas. You'll go to your dashboard. I just highlighted this. Make sure you just keep it on the card view. It's easy for your students to see, especially my kindergarten through second graders. It's just easy. It's inviting. Your teachers have cool little home plates that they've put on there on the card. So it's very inviting and friendly. So you could just leave it on your card view. You can access your course through the cards by just clicking on the card. That's how you access your course. You can also access your course by going to courses right underneath dashboard. Another thing that I wanted to put to your attention, and both your view and your students' view, you will see a to-do list. So, and it's just snapshot. I'm just saying that the to-do list is just a snapshot. I would tell you to go to your calendar, which I'm going to share with you guys in the next slide. But go to your calendar to see everything you have to do for the day, right? The to-do list is going to also share with you what is outstanding, right? If you are on Tuesday and something was due Monday, it will still have outstanding stuff that you need to do. So the to-do list is good for you to see any outstanding work that you still need to do or your student needs to do. This is where you can view grades, a quick snapshot of where you can view grades. You click on view grades and it will share all the grades. And once you click on the hyperlinks to each of the content and each of the grades, it will share with you all the assignments that were graded or all the assignments that weren't graded. So that's also a good way for you to go and view your grades and see what your students have done and what your students haven't done. Calendar. All right. So when you click on the calendar, the first default you will see is the month view. I encourage all of my families to go ahead and switch it to agenda view because agenda view gives you a planner template. It looks like this. The month view, and I didn't have that snapshot, but the month view kind of looks like this screen right here, and you'll see all your classes loaded. It's kind of a little busy on the month view, but the agenda view makes it less busy because you can see, days at a time, right? And you can see all the things that you need to do. So daily assignments is typically going to be up at the top. You'll have your classes in the middle, the times that you need to go. So you'll know what time your student needs to go to class. And if a class is offered that day, and as well as things that are due at the bottom on your planner list, you'll see that due dates are at the bottom. So this is the best view that I've told families that they need to just stay on. Make sure that you have all of your calendars, the boxes checked. If you have multiple students, you may not want to check all of them. They only have 20, give you up to 27 different options, different courses. But if you have multiple students, I encourage you just to do one student at a time. So make sure you're checking that one student's courses. If you have one student, you can check all of their courses because everything will pop up. Now, what I'm saying about checking, making sure these boxes are checked. If you don't have a box check, it won't show up in your agenda view. So you want to make sure all your boxes are checked. At any time you have your student, they're in their Canvas and they said, Mommy, I didn't see that I had a math class today. Make sure you go into their Canvas to make sure these boxes are checked so that you can verify if they are supposed to have a class or not that day or any assignments. So classes or assignments or anything attached to that class or course, anything attached to that course will not show up if you do not have it checked. So this is where I was sharing with you guys on how to access your sessions in Jigsaw. Jigsaw has switched up the view since we've made this presentation, but for the most part, it does kind of look the same. So to access your class, so to get into class every day, you will go to your calendar, all right? Go to your calendar, find out what class you got to go to. You can click on the hyperlink, and the hyperlink will pop up a box that will just give you a description of the class and tell you where you need to go, right? Underneath, it's going to say, please log into class through Jigsaw, okay? So how do you get to Jigsaw, right? You will go to you can go to courses or you can go to your dashboard. I have the dashboard view, the card view. So you can click on the card. So you're going to math. You're going to click on your math card, right? And then your math card will pop the home page of your course. So it will have a home page and it will say, welcome to Mrs. Jones' class. And it will have all different types of stuff. We're talking about going to class, right? So on the left-hand side, you'll see it will say Jigsaw. Click on Jigsaw, and Jigsaw will pop up a screen that says join now, or on the bottom, it'll say view all my sessions, right? So we're trying to go to class. So you're going to go to the join now. Now, let's say it's asynchronous day, right? Asynchronous day, you click on Jigsaw. There's not going to be a class to join now. It's going to say view all my sessions. So you'll click on view all my sessions, and all of your classes are going to be loaded here. This is where all your classes are going to be loaded, right? So to go to the recording, I know it's a tiny, let me see if I can make myself look a little tinier. And it's kind of blurry, but right in the last little tab is going to say recordings or recorded. You click on that, and that's going to be a list of all the recorded classes. Your teacher is going to give you the naming convention of the class that you need to go to. It's going to have the date and everything. The naming convention is, very user-friendly. It's spelled out. So this is where you can go get your asynchronous class, as well as all of your classes that were recorded. You can go and get all of these recordings from here. Okay, so how do you complete coursework? How do you complete daily assignments? How do you complete assignments? You will go into your module. So the same way that you click on your courses, go to your dashboard, or you can go to courses in the little course tab. But you can go to your dashboard, click on the desired course. Then again, your course page will show up. You'll click on modules. Modules is where you go to do all your assignments, view all your lessons, upload all your assignments if there are things that you need to upload, and it will have a week glance. So you'll know what to do every single day in your module. You'll know what classes are graded, or where the assignments are graded, what coursework is graded. So your students will know everything that they need to do once they click on modules, and then they'll see their week daily assignments, lessons that they have to do, and any tests and quizzes that they have to do will be here. For my observers that have multiple students, so my observers, meaning my learning coaches, Canvas just calls the parent account the observer account. So you'll hear from time to time people using observer, people using parent account. So your account that you log in, that you use your username and password, you can go in and you can specialize it or personalize it for just your convenience, right? So if you have multiple kids, you're going to see a ton of cards with all your kids on your dashboard, right? So you probably want to personalize it, label it, that specific student. So this parent personalized it and just named her student in the math class. It's just simple, and pick the color. The beautiful thing about doing the nickname portion is when your teacher, that student's teacher, is sending you a message, you will see in the subject line, Brandy's math class. So you'll know what teacher that is, especially for my families that have multiple students and you're trying to figure out who's what teacher. Go ahead and personalize it, and you can nickname it. So anytime your student or your teacher is sending out communications, you'll know what teacher is for what student. We have Learning Coach Live Help on Monday of next week. We switched it down to Monday through Wednesday. So for the sake of, our support staff that are in there, administrators that are in there, so they have 2 free days that they can get to supporting your student and getting your student into class. So now we are doing it Monday through Wednesday. So we have another Learning Coach Live Help on Monday of next week. Learning Coach Live Help is an opportunity. Remember what I said? You guys can go in to the Learning Coach Live Help. Thank you, Sonia, for giving the direct link. But go into your parent calendar, or to the parent calendar. Let me go ahead and get that parent calendar for you. Please bookmark the parent calendar. I mean, when in doubt, when you need help, go to that parent calendar to see if there's any help sessions that are on the calendar for you to go to. So the parent calendar is where you can go to find any help sessions. Learning Coach Live Help is an opportunity. We have district administrators in Learning Coach Live Help there in breakout rooms to help you. We have all of our departments, for the most part, all of our departments that are available to help you. So if you have any questions, come Monday at 12 o'clock. We have the same time, 12 to 1. come Monday and get any of your questions answered. And so I am going to send out the recordings to all of the sessions that we've had that you guys missed. So you do not need to feel like you missed them. So I'm going to be sending out the recording to all the sessions that we've had. I'm going to send out District Town Hall. District Town Hall is an opportunity for our district administrators to give any announcements. So our first District Town Hall was our welcome to District Town Hall. And it's hitting 10 o'clock. And I want to help get you guys where y'all need to go if y'all need to go to that Nucleus Live Help. So District Town Hall is, again, we had our welcome, so I'll send you the recording. Our Advanced and Gifted Parent Meeting was an information session that was really cool. So if my parents that are interested in our Advanced and Gifted program, you want to get that recording and view that recording. We did a cool copyright piracy and literacy training last night. Was that last night or 2 nights ago? It was 2 nights ago. That was really cool. We'll send you the recording. And what is coming up tonight, which you guys will be getting reminders, is our primary curriculum night. That's an opportunity for you to meet your principals and your teachers. Please come to curriculum night tonight. They are really, really looking forward to introducing our curriculum, our assessments, why we take the assessments that we take, and it's an opportunity for you to ask any questions. So I am going to go ahead and close out the room. Thank you for attending this live help session, this information session, your new family welcome session. On behalf of our primary grades, we look forward to a great year. And that ends our session. But before I let you guys go, I'm going to stop the recording